There are no strings on me.
Alright, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Connor, your Primitive AK here, back with another video for you guys today. Today we are here with the official Battlefield 2042 multiplayer reveal trailer. We got some official gameplays and some more information to see exactly what this game is all about. We're going to be doing a bit of a trailer analysis here, so it will be probably a long video. I'm hoping to keep this under 20 minutes. But if you guys are into the channel, make sure you guys leave a like and subscribe. And you will be expecting more Battlefield content here on this channel as more news does arrive. But let's go ahead and get right into it. We got a lot of information to cover, so if there is some important detail that I missed, because I know for a fact I'm going to miss something, leave it in the comments box down below, so that way I can go ahead and pin it and showcase it to other people that are curious about more information. But let's get right into this trailer.
Incoming fire! Attention all squads. The Russian troops are falling back.
Alright, so we're going to pause it right here first. First things first, like I said, I do apologize that the HUD at the bottom from the Windows Play menu is kind of appearing at the bottom, kind of obstructing your view a bit. But let's go ahead and take a look at this HUD real quick. So if you look on the bottom left-hand corner where the radar is, we got your 5 flags. We got A, B, C, D, and E. Looks like C and E are capped by the enemy. D is still neutralized, and A and B are capped by your friendly teammates. The aircraft that he's in holds up to 4 players. It looks like it looks like up to 4 players. And the class that this guy is playing on is definitely the Engineer class. I'm not sure if they're actually going to call it the Engineer, but it is the Engineer class from Battlefield 4. Because as you actually see, he has a submachine gun on. Submachine guns are always specific to the Engineer class. And he's got his repair kit there. He's got C4 in the bottom right-hand area here. If you see that right there, it says 2 with a little, looks like a hand grenade with a square. But that's basically just the, that's the C4 on the class. The weapon that he's using is the PBX-9, which is a personal defense weapon. Basically like it's like the PDX. The PDW, what's it called, from Black Ops 2, if you guys remember that. It's just another name, fancy name for an SMG. Probably not a real weapon, but he's got the dual zoom scope on here. It looks like a 3-time scope with a variable scope on top of it. There's the Osprey gunner, and the mini-map looks pretty good. And yeah, let's go ahead and keep it going here.
Do whatever you can to secure the sector. We push them back, but not far enough. Do not let them...
Here's a nice little HUD of the Apache Helicopter for those that are curious. Now, one big change I wanted to notice here, this may change at a later date depending on how overpowered some of these vehicles might end up being, is the fact that if you remember in Battlefield 4, the Apache Helicopters and the Attack Helicopters, they had different names. There was 2 different ones. They had the rocket packs. They actually had limited ammunition. So you would have usually like 10 Zuni rockets or 15 Zuni rockets depending on which vehicle you were in and what your loadout was. But the reserve ammunition was actually limited. They didn't have this unlimited before, so they actually reverted this change and made it so that way you have unlimited ammunition. But obviously your loaded ammunition will still be limited, and the HUD layout still looks almost exactly the same as Battlefield 4, with a few color scheme changes and a few dots placed across this thing. But for the most part, it's got a nice little compass at the top there, which is pretty good, and you have a front gunner. I believe that's a bottom gunner, and yeah, that's pretty good. Actually, no, it's just one gunner. My apologies. You only have one gunner and a driver, which has the control over the rockets, which is pretty good. And one thing I forgot to point out previously is the you have up to 4 squad mates, which is pretty nice. And on top of that, some of the HUDs on the characters are almost non-visible, which is really nice. It was very cluttered in Battlefield 4, so it's nice to see that they did change that. And the tank icon is a lot smaller too, which is pretty good. Nice little smoke effect there, which is really nice. The new engine really did step it up with some of the features that they added to this game. I want to take note of the weapon that he's using here. He's got the TG-24. This is very similar to the SR I forgot what the weapon was called in Battlefield 4. If you guys remember, there was a weapon in Battlefield 4. It was a sniper that looked exactly like the Intervention. It basically was the Intervention. It just had a different name. I forgot what the name of it. It's like SR551, SR71. I can't remember the exact name. But anyone that plays Battlefield knows exactly what I'm talking about. So this is definitely a sniper or a DMR, one or the other. It looks like the Intervention in my opinion. But regardless, looks pretty good there. And yeah, really nice. And if you look on this class at the bottom, it looks like he's got a C4 on that as well. And also looks like some type of sensor dart at the bottom there. If you guys remember, the class was leaked to have some sort of sensor dart on it. So let's keep it going. That looks like it to be a class-specific item tied to possibly the... I'm actually not sure what class this is going to go to, but he is using a grapple gun, which is really nice. We'll have to see exactly how that works, but that is a class-specific item once again. And if you notice at the bottom, let's go ahead and speed this up a bit. There we go. One thing I do notice, the game mode that they're playing is indeed Conquest. It looks like the score goes up to 600. Previously, Conquest actually went up to 800 score. So I think they may have changed that to go up to 600. I'm hoping with the introduction of custom servers, they'll probably change that hopefully to up to 800 or 3000 if you want to go something crazy like that. But obviously, good old classic, somebody getting their dog tag stolen, which is pretty good. But yeah, looks pretty good. Let's keep it going. I know for a fact that Sandstorm's going to get me killed. I just want to throw that out there now. I was not a fan of some of the storm effects in Battlefield, but I understand why they do it. It's pretty cool. It changes up the pace of the game. Now, this vehicle, I went all over Google trying to figure out what this vehicle is, and I could not find anything known about this specific model. Now, obviously, this is a futuristic game, or the not-too-distant future, if that's what you want to call it. So a lot of these vehicles and weapons don't exist, mainly because DICE doesn't want to pay for licenses for actual real weapons and real vehicles and weaponry. So that makes sense that they're making up names for these weapons, but I just want to make note of this this vehicle here. So this looks like it could be our gunship type vehicle. If you notice at the right hand side, it says it has your driver, which is floppy. But if you look at the bottom, over on the bottom over here, usually this tells you if you have any type of ammunition here. It doesn't have any of that. It just sort of has flares. I'm assuming these are flares, and it doesn't have any type of weapon capabilities as the driver. So if you're driving this, you're basically going to be driving it. That's it. It's got your top gunner, your left gunner, and your right gunner, the passenger, and the burso. I don't know what burso is, but if any military experts want to enlighten me on what burso means, let me know in the comments box down below. So this is probably going to be a gunship type aircraft. The aircraft that it's called is the MV3A Condor, or the MV3B. I'm not sure if that's a B or the number 8. But like I said, I researched this all over the internet. There's nothing that mentions this, but this is probably like an Osprey gunner type aircraft. And I want to note the weapon that he's using here, the M1a5 This is probably for the assault class. I don't see a defib on this class, so it may not even be an assault class, but we're going to need more gameplay to figure out exactly what's going on there. So there's a nice little layout of the tank. Once again, we got unlimited ammunition yet again. Like I said, this was limited to 6, I believe, in Battlefield 4. 6 on your reserve and then 1 in the chamber. But it looks like this is 6 in the chamber and unlimited reserves, which is way different from what we're used to seeing. This is the M1a5 Tank, for those that are curious. I know for a fact that tank does not exist. We have the M1 Abrams, which is your standard tank that we always had in Battlefield, but it looks like they since changed that. I'm guessing DICE just didn't want to pay for licenses on real weaponry and real tanks and real weapons. So it makes sense that they're changing the names of a lot of this. But you notice the pace of this is the same exact map that we've been showcased the entire trailer, except now that the storm has rolled in and it's got like a nice little reddish effect on there. It's giving me a nice little Siege of Shanghai type vibes. But let's go ahead and keep it going. Now, real quick, I do need to rewind it a tad bit here because I missed it a tad bit. If you look on the top, this was a very good feature that they added in Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 5's. If you look at this, it says 11 C1, which is the name of the flag, and then 1. What this means is that you have 11 teammates on the flag with you, and you have one enemy that's on the flag trying to capture it. This is valid piece of information that's very useful for a lot of people that are playing in squads or just want to know what's going on the flag. So this was a great feature that was added to Battlefield 1. And was it Battlefield 1? I think it was Battlefield 5 and 1. And they added it over to this game, which is super, super important. This is very important information. They didn't have this in Battlefield 4 before. So it's great to see that there. And these are your standard transport vehicles, so nothing crazy there. But yeah, you don't want to be in the middle of this map. You'll probably get blown up. Make note of the weapon again. He's got the M5A3. I think that's the M5A3. This is probably your M4 style weapon. Like I said, this is obviously the not too distant future, so a lot of these names are sort of upgraded from what they previously were. I believe it was the M4A1 or the M1a4. So this is probably something similar to that. And there's a tank there going across, which looks pretty dope. But let's keep it going. Need to back it up real quick here, just a tad bit. This looks like it's another. I think this might be a DMR or another assault rifle. He's got the name of the weapon is called the 4VB or the 4V8. I'm actually not even 100% sure what that weapon is. But yeah, it looks like his reserves got 95, pistols got 99. Not entirely sure what this is. It has an infinite symbol. That looks like a riot shield of some sort. But we'll have to keep that going.
Stop! Watch out!
If you notice here, he's got like, this might be attack sprint from Modern Warfare. You notice he's sprinting differently here. It slows down and then he speeds up and holds his weapon upwards. So that might be attack sprint from Modern Warfare that they have on here. Hopefully, we'll see. The gadget he's got on, or the pistol he's got is the G57. Doesn't show his ammunition if you notice that. Let's see if I can rewind that and maybe see it again. Yeah, no, it doesn't show it. There it is. G57, 16 bullets. So, yeah, that looks like we have attack sprint. So, if you notice when he started sprinting with his weapon up, the ammunition counter actually disappeared. But when he stopped sprinting and he just started walking, it showed 16. So, it looks like we have attack sprint in this game, which is pretty good. Now, there's a quick little snippet here showcasing some of the class menu. This wasn't a thing in previous Battlefield games. Now you can actually change your attachments mid-game, which is very good and very helpful. Now, previously in Battlefield, you had to actually die first and then go to the loadout screen while the game's going and then change your loadout there. So you were able to change it in-game, but you couldn't do it while you were spawned in. So I'm assuming this is obviously probably going to be changed because I don't know what any of these attachments are. I'm assuming this is a suppressor which is currently equipped. The scope that he currently has on, so the highlighted ones is what he currently has on, and the unhighlighted ones are attachments that he can change to. So maybe they'll change this because I'm sure there's going to be way more attachments in this. There's no way they're going to downgrade on attachments. But regardless, the fact that you're now able to change your loadout mid-game is really nice. Now, I'm assuming, for anyone that plays Battlefield, you know what I'm talking about. I'm assuming that you're going to be able to only change your loadout when you're out of combat. So if you're not suppressed, suppression is when somebody's shooting at you and your screen goes all blurry and you're not able to shoot as accurate. I'm assuming you can only change your loadout when you're out of combat and you're not being suppressed anymore. So that's how I would do it if I was a developer, because it's only balanced if you do it like that. Because, I mean, if you're getting shot at and you can change your loadout mid-game, that seems a bit broken in my opinion. But I'm assuming that's how they're going to do it. Make note of the weapon. I didn't notice this when he first started changing his loadout, but the weapon that he's using is a K30 Vector. It's a Vector variant. I'm assuming the K30 doesn't exist, but it has the model style of a Vector, so it's definitely a high rate of fire submachine gun for the Engineer class. Once again, Engineer class, he's got C4 on with the detonator in his hand. Pretty cool. here's a nice little cool feature here. You can zip line across different buildings. Now, this is the flag that they're actually trying to get to. It's E1. I'm not entirely sure why they call the flags E1. If there's something that I missed on why those are called E1, let me know in the comments box. Like I said, I know for a fact I'm going to miss something in this trailer. But they didn't have this previously in Battlefield where you could zip line across buildings. This is a really useful feature because I cannot stand going on rooftops in Battlefield because you're guaranteed to find somebody that's camping the elevator sitting on a rooftop with claymores holding the elevators. So it's nice that we have another way of accessing rooftops. Obviously, you're probably not going to be able to zip line across every single building or every single rooftop, but I'm sure this will be a feature where you can zip line between different flags on rooftops. So pretty nice there that we have more accessibility options. Now right there, just want to pause it. If you notice when he ADS'd his gun, like I said, I'm sorry about this HUD at the bottom. I can't do anything about that. But if you notice that his HUD at the bottom, when he ADS'd his weapon, there's a compass that appears at the bottom. Jack Frags and a few other YouTubers did mention this privately, or not really privately, but they mentioned that they saw early access about this trailer and did mention this. So it's a nice feature. I'm hoping that they have accessibility options where you can move this compass up top. I prefer to have this compass up top because I look above usually than I look below. It's just me personally. I hope you can also turn this compass on permanently rather than just having it so that way it only appears when you ADS. So I'm sure they'll have accessibility options where you can change that. That's my hope at least. If not, still a great feature that you can call out to your teammates saying, hey, there's a guy at 199 South. Check it out. Really great for communicating with your teammates. And also forgot to mention that you can shoot and zip line across, which is pretty cool. Now here he's got a wingsuit here. Now in the trailer they had parachutes and wingsuits, so I'm assuming that you're going to be able to use both. But regardless, having a wingsuit to be able to get off a building and maybe glide to another portion of the map is certainly very helpful because you know there's going to be that one guy that's waiting for you to jump off a building so he can snipe you out of the sky. It's bound to happen. It's happened to me before. It'll happen to you too. Don't worry. But right there. Oh, see, there it is. Let me back up a tad bit here. Yeah, there's your parachute. So yeah, I guess you're able to use both. If you notice his class, he's got the AK-24 on, which I'm assuming is the AK-12 from Battlefield 4. Probably just the upgraded futuristic version of it. The weapon doesn't exist, so they're probably just changing names here. But yeah, you have a parachute. He's got a parachute here, which is pretty good, so I'm assuming you're able to use both. I'm assuming you can only use one or the other. I don't think you can use both in-game, so you probably have to change your loadout to accommodate it, but let's keep it going. Now, I'm hoping that this isn't a thing where if you get caught in the storm, your whole screen goes distorted like you're seeing right here. I'm not a fan of that. I kind of want to get rid of that, so I'm hoping that that's not a thing in the future. Kind of like how they had screen shake. You were able to turn off screen shake. So hoping that they have some of these features where you can turn some of this off, because I don't really care about immersion like some people. I just want to play the game and be able to communicate information properly. But let's keep it going. Once again, there's the parachute. Rewind that just a tad bit. There's his parachute there. You see him jumping off, which is pretty good. And you got the jets, obviously. Not sure what map this is. This is a different map. So looks like Suez Canal or something. If you notice, the sniper he's using is the TU-24. This looks like a DMR. I don't think it's a bolt action. But he's got a pistol on there as well. His teammate's holding a rocket launcher. I'm assuming that might be a free fire or a lock-on. I can't tell what that is exactly, but nice to meet you, Adrian. Once again, playing Conquest. You see he's got the tank there, and 3 tanks on the map, both friendly. Looks like some movement vehicle in the back. And yeah, looks pretty cool. Let's keep it going. Hold on a minute. Y'all remember when I said I thought that was a riot shield? I don't like riot shields in shooter games, bro. Get rid of them. I know for a fact this is going to be a problem. But yeah, that's a riot shield. Probably for the class that I mentioned earlier. I don't know the name of the class because they changed the name of some of the classes. But yes, that is a riot shield in Battlefield. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this is the first time we have a riot shield in Battlefield. I don't remember any Battlefield game. Actually, no. Battlefield 1 had it. I'm sorry. Battlefield 1 had it, and I'm sure 5 probably had it because I didn't play 5 that much. But, yeah. Riot Shield, not a fan. Take it out. Get rid of it, bro. I don't want it. Hopefully it's not, like, unlimited because that's going to be super stressful with people trolling you with that thing. There's another map here. Same weapon he's got as the PBX-9. You notice the weapon he's got there, it says the M44. Don't know what that is. Yeah, it says M44 at the bottom. He's holding his parachute with his teammates gliding next to him. And yeah, looks like that's gonna do it, chat. Guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Looks like we're gonna get more information on the game on July 22nd, 2021. So hopefully that means beta. Hopefully we get a beta down the road, but it's probably not going to be a beta. It's probably just going to be more information. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. For anyone on my channel that has watched my Battlefield videos in the past, welcome back. We're going to have new Battlefield gameplay here as it comes available to us. But for anyone that's new here, I hope you guys enjoyed this trailer analysis. Just kind of my thoughts and things that I noticed. Like I said, I know there's stuff I'm going to miss. So if you notice that there's a big thing that I missed, leave it down in the comments box down below. But anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that sub button, hit that like button. It's completely free and it gives you more motivation. For the Call of Duty fans on my channel, Call of Duty is not going away. I want to make that very clear. Call of Duty is not going away on this channel. I'll still have the gameplay of that throughout the week. And obviously we got the new Call of Duty coming out soon, so we'll be covering that as well. And, you know, the new season for Call of Duty as well. But anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one. It's your boy Carnage, your Primitive AK, signing out. Peace out, fellas.